If you are interested in legally immigrating to the United States, you simply cannot. Or at least right now, it's incredibly difficult. Under the previous system, legally immigrating to the United States was improbable, but at least legal and possible. For the last few years, asylum seekers have had to come to a port of entry in the United States along the United States border, and in order to submit a request for asylum, they've had to be in person on the border and submit using an app called CBP-1. You cannot do this from your home country. You cannot do this from a refugee camp. You have to be on the U.S. border. That is the legal policy of the United States and has been for multiple administrations. Now, one of Trump's first executive orders has shut down CBP-1. So we've told millions of people that in order to legally emigrate to the United States, you have to physically come to our border, and now we've cut off the one way that they can legally enter the United States. If you're upset about this, I would encourage you to call your representative. You can use this link or another like it to find their information.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Derek Van Orden, representing Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District.
Hi, my name is Paul Dries. I live at... And I am just really upset that President Trump has issued that executive order to remove CBP-1, and I wish that Congress would do something to make legal immigration a lot easier to get into this country. I visited the southern border and I know how difficult it is to legally emigrate into the United States. I really like having refugees as neighbors, and I would love to have more refugees as neighbors, especially in Wisconsin. I'm really proud of the work that we've done as a country to welcome refugees, and I wish we would do it more. So thank you for your work. I hope that we're able to make some progress on this, on welcoming more refugees into our country. Thanks. Bye. Update. Since I recorded all of this, Elon reposted a tweet that said that Lutherans were committing widespread fraud without any sort of evidence to back his claim up. The main organization that was targeted was Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services, which is now called Global Refuge. Global Refuge resettles thousands of refugees on behalf of the U.S. government, which is why the U.S. government pays them money. President Trump recently ordered that they stop all of their work to resettle refugees who are currently living in the United States or were approved to come live in the United States, which is insane to me because these are people who have gone through the system legally, are cleared, and we said that we would resettle them. This includes a lot of refugees from Afghanistan who were allies of the U.S. forces while they were there and are under threat from the Taliban if they were to return back to Afghanistan. There's a lot of other Lutheran organizations that were targeted in this tweet that are doing fantastic work. We as Lutherans believe that you are called to resettle refugees. We believe that you are called to love your neighbor, which seems oddly controversial nowadays. If you're interested in supporting Global Refuge and their work, here is a link for advocacy. Let me put it at the top here. And then here is going to be a link if you are a part of a congregation that's interested in helping. I can't imagine a more Christian thing to do than to welcome your neighbor. And I can't imagine a more unchristian thing to do than to slam the door in the face of our neighbor.